Go to Bluetooth here with you, and I've decided to do something new. I'm going to do my regular content, but I also want to do a Mountaineer rewind. I don't know if it's going to be once a week, once a month. Haven't figured out the schedule, but here is my first installment. Future installments will be in studio with better graphics. So today I want to talk about 2010 West Virginia at Marshall, and I've studied this game inside and out. Most Mountaineer fans know that was one of the biggest comebacks in West Virginia history. It looked like we were dead and going to lose the game. And then the fumble happened. At the 8:34 mark, 1 second before the fumble, here's how it was set up. West Virginia had just fumbled. Marshall got the ball, and they were driving. And they were on the 6-yard line, 6 yards away from a touchdown. And they were beating West Virginia 21-6. Little brother was beating big brother. And then at 8:33, the fumble happened. Now, what people don't realize is throughout the whole entire game, West Virginia was turning the ball over, not scoring. Our offense stayed on the bus. I don't know. And this was the beginning of the Geno Smith, Tavon Austin era. So a lot of question marks in that game, and I remember exactly where I was whenever that game was happening, and before that fumble, I was stressed out, and I was like, well, I guess Marshall beat us this year. And then the fumble happened, and then West Virginia did one of the most improbable comebacks in school history. Came back, tied the game with 12 seconds left with a 2-point conversion, sent it to overtime. They were held to a field goal, but then Marshall missed their field goal in overtime. Even though the goalpost was clearly leaning to the right in their favor, they still missed it. So a lot of things had to go right for West Virginia to make that comeback, and exactly every little thing that needed to happen happened. West Virginia's offense stopped turning the ball over. Well, if it started with the fumble. If that fumble didn't happen, West Virginia loses, because a field goal in that situation, that's a 3-score game over. So the first thing was get a stop. Really, that fumble was a fumble or an interception, but Marshall was running the ball. So that fumble had to happen. And then West Virginia had to score, stop Marshall again, which they did, score again, and the 2-point conversion with 12 seconds left, sent it overtime. Only kicked the field goal, but then held Marshall to a field goal attempt, and they swung it right. One more thing. That first touchdown that Marshall scored, it wasn't a touchdown. Go back and look at it. The receiver dropped the ball before he got into the end zone. Untouched. Not a fumble. He just dropped it before he crossed the plane. Not a touchdown. Doesn't matter. West Virginia comes back. One of the greatest comebacks in West Virginia history. And West Virginia remains undefeated against Marshall. That's all I got for you today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll come up with some more Mountaineer rewinds in the future. See you next time.